Hi, Bill Jones from Turntastic Wood Designs. I made this Christmas ornament thing, which using a method called inside-out turning. So I was able to hollow out the inside of this and then put this little tree in there and make a little ornament. And if you'd like to see how I did it, stick around and I'll show you next. I started out with 4 pieces of cherry that I cut into blanks perfectly square. Then I glued those blanks together, but I made sure to put a piece of newspaper between the blanks. That will help me be able to get them back apart later. So that produced a blank that looks like this. I mounted it in the lathe and then started hollowing out kind of a sort of a half round hollow spot in the center. Now, because I glued these together with newspaper between the joints, then a quick tap with a chisel busts them right apart. So now I've got my 4 pieces again, and here's why it's called an inside-out turning. I then just take them and turn them around inside out, and that's how you get the hole in the middle on the inside. And I'll glue those back together now with no newspaper in there. Nice tight glue joints. And then I'll turn it again. So I end up with a blank that looks like this. Looks like it's been turned, you know, the hole's been hollowed out. So now I go ahead and I take this, this blank and I'm gonna put it on the lathe between centers and turn the outside. I'm a little nervous about this. I've never done one of these before, and if I screw it up, this is the step where it's going to get screwed up. So I'm going to give it a try, and we're going to see what we come up with. I took it out of the lathe, cut the ends off with a bandsaw, and then sanded it by hand. And it's got a lot wrong with it. This was a learning experience. Like I said before, it was the first time I've tried this. But it did work in general and came out to this, so it's something. But I'm actually going to try and do something a little different, try and take it to the next level. If that doesn't work, then I'll just end this video right here. In which case, thanks for watching. But hopefully here in a moment you'll see some more interesting stuff that I can do to try and take this to the next level. So you saw me turn this walnut tree, and I put a 1/4 inch stem on the bottom of it. Then in this outer part, on the bottom, I bored a 1/4 inch hole. And if I sneak that in there just right, I can get that in there so now the tree fits inside that, and this actually looks like a little bit of something. So I didn't wreck it. I will glue that in there and put some finish on, and I'll be back in a moment. Well, it came out okay. I'd probably give it a grade of a C. There's a lot of things I learned, a lot of things I would do different, but I did get it to work. So it was a great experiment. It was great learning. It was fun to do. If I did it again, I'd probably make it quite a bit smaller. I originally was thinking to make an ornament that would hang on a Christmas tree, and I made it way too big for that. It's too heavy. So I would make it quite a bit smaller. If I did it again, also I would, when I glued it together the second time, after I flipped all the pieces around, I would tape off all the inside very carefully because I got glue squeeze out all over on the inside, and you just can't get that out. Another thing I would do that would probably help is I would make my blank quite a bit longer, and the ends that would eventually get cut off for waste, I would put screws in or some kind of mechanical fastener to really hold it together, because I had a lot of trouble with it not wanting to stay together once I put it between centers and started putting pressure right on the joints. So that's something I would do different. But again, it's something that was a neat experiment. I like the idea of the tree inside there, was able to make that work, and it's okay. So if you like this video, please like and share with your friends. If you have any questions about this project, or any other project you've seen me do, or anything in my shop, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching.